Hey everyone, what's up? I'd do a little bit of a pickup video here, basically figures that I've picked up recently online and at my store, and just thought I'd kind of do something a little different, kind of show you guys what I've obtained, and kind of let you know why and everything. So, first off, um, being a Transformers fan that I am, I had to get this one. I've seen it online on Amazon several times, and I figured, why not? I got the Generations uh, version of RC. I'm also going to get the other version of RC that they have, which some people have said is closer to what we saw in the movie and what we saw in the third season. Okay, so the figure I picked up here is off Amazon is Chromia. This is the first, as far as I know, the first figure. Well, probably not the first figure, but the first figure that's accurately close to, well, basically very detailed and close to what we saw in the G1 cartoon. Because as you could tell, she's very detailed in many ways there, and I just love what they did with the figure, kind of really giving her that a very G1 feel. And then you take a look at the back, and yeah, just really nice. And I wanted, and I figured might as well get her. I do have other female Transformer figures. I have the Minicon version of RC from I think, what was it, Energon or Universe or something like that, or Cybertron or Universe, Cybertron or Energon. I can't think of the one. And I also have another figure that was also, I think, from Energon as well, and I gotta find her again. She's stored away, but I wanted to get this one because, like I said, it's the most G1 accurate version of Chromia that you're going to get out of the Transformers line, and hopefully we'll see more. Like maybe we'll see Moonrazer, maybe we'll see Alita 1, maybe we'll see Firestar, who knows. But yeah, it's really nice to have something like that to go with the Generations RC figure that I have. And hopefully, like I said, maybe we'll get another version of Chromia that's sort of like getting another version of RC, basically more accurate to what we saw. But I think that's the closest we're going to get with her. And again, hopefully we'll get Moonrazer, Alita 1, and maybe Firestar as well down the line. And then recently, I picked up a couple of Total figures. Now, let me explain something. Even though I don't watch the series that much, doesn't mean I don't collect. There's a lot of people that collect Total figures because they grew up on the Total franchise. I grew up on it, and I do like and respect that they're trying to tie everything in from all different incarnations of the Totals into the Nickelodeon series. So, what we have here, the first one um, we have Monkey Brains, and so we have Monkey Brains. I was going to get three figures, actually. I was going to get the mutated Shredders, but I figured, nah, I'll just wait on those. So here we have Monkey Brains. They also had Mondo Gecko there, and I didn't get him. I should have got him. Hopefully he'll still be there. If not, I can just pick him up online. But here we have Monkey Brains. And it basically tells that he teams up with Leatherhead, Slash, and Pigeon Pete to form the Mighty Mutant Animals. Now, the Mighty Mutant Animals that you see here in the Nickelodeon series vary in a big way from what you saw in the comic books by Archie Comics and what potentially could have been a cartoon series on CBS, but it didn't happen. But here's Monkey Brains, and apparently this is his figure. He's supposed to have some kind of helmet, so I don't see that anywhere on here. So I don't know. Maybe it's in here somewhere as an additional part. Trying to see. It doesn't look like it. So apparently they forgot the helmet part. But yeah, there's Monkey Brains, and he's affiliated with the Turtles. So it's pretty nice. Right there. And I'm probably going to take him out anyway and display him somewhere on my shelf where I can find room. But Monkey Brains, right there, it's pretty nice. Really nice to finally have this. To have another figure in the collection. Then up next we have what I think is probably one of the more which I think is going to be one of the more popular figures that they have. We have Karai Serpent. That's why we have Karai Serpent. I think if you go to Optibotimus and Bulk Matrix's pages, they talk about this figure. Basically, her affiliation is with the Turtles. Like I said, her affiliation is with the Turtles, especially if you watch a series. What I like about this is it's basically it's kind of like a headmaster figure, although the head doesn't transform or anything. What you do with the head actually is you connect the head to Karai, and you go with her serpent form like that. It basically, I like how they kind of blend in the fact that, from what I understand, she can morph her face. I don't know if she can still do that in the series, but she can kind of morph back into almost human, but with a little bit of the serpentness in her. So that's pretty cool. I do like the design of the character. I like the fact that she's basically three-headed, if you think about it. She's got her main head right here, and then she's got two serpent heads for hands. You know. I wonder if they're ever going to do an episode to where she ends up talking with herself, but what happens... I'm just thinking, you got potential here with this, so it makes me wonder if she'll end up... her mutation would end up causing her to develop two different personalities that would inhibit both serpent heads there. So it'll be really interesting to see. It looks like, yeah, you do have to connect her tail, so it does come, you have to piece it together, so, but really nice to have. And, I may not be in favor of the fact that they mutated her, but, it's just another incarnation, and, the way it looks like they're planning things with this series, with this current season, I think there's going to be more to the Turtles than just going back in time and stopping the Triceratons from destroying the Earth. I think there's going to be more to it. Something tells me they're going to go back all the way to the beginning and make sure none of this, even if it costs their existence, none of this happens. So I don't know. I just get this feeling they're going to do something like that. But it's a really nice figure to have, and if you just like to collect the Turtle figures for the heck of it, I'd say get this one, get it in your collection. You'll enjoy it. Then, next up, my job started selling these about a month ago. So, and we had actually a big display, sort of in the toy section. It was like here's the different aisles of toys, right here, here, and here, and here. And on the sides, we always have these different displays of featured items. Well, on one side, one of them, we had the featured toys. We had one of the featured displays. We had all the figures for Batman versus Superman: Dawn of Justice. And I looked at that and I thought, well, I got to get these because this is whether you're gonna like the movie or you don't. This is a very historical film because this is something that we've been wanting since 1989. Since the late 80s, early 90s. So, and now we're getting it on the big. And now we're finally getting it on the big screen. So, here we have, basically, as part of the Mattel's DC Comics multiverse line. We have Superman, and this is one of the things. If you excuse me, this is one of the things that we have Superman, and this is one of the things that if you want, if you collect, like I say, the Marvel Legends series, you know that they have nowadays a lot of these figures that cost about $20, and this was no exception. A lot of them have items inside that you can take out, and the more figures you get that tie into the line that you're getting, the more figures you get, the more parts you get, and the more you piece together those parts like a puzzle to create something. You know, like with the Marvel's Legend lines, you know, like with the Spider-Man ones, you have, you know, one with Demon Hobgoblin to be pieced together, one with a Hobgoblin, and let me see who else. Yeah, I think Demon Goblin and Hobgoblin or something that you piece together to make one big figure, figure. So that's what the Marvel's Legend lines does, and what the multiverse for DC does is they do something similar, but it's not a figure you piece together. It's actually a weapon. In this case, it's actually a weapon that ties into the movie, and it's actually Batman's grapnel blaster. Yeah, it's his grapnel blaster, and like I said, this is the Superman figure. And if you can see in the background right there, you can probably see, I don't know if you can thanks to the lighting, you can see the grapple figure. You can see the handle right here. You can see it right here in the background. So it's pretty cool. And this is one of 8 figures. Right now there's currently 4 figures out right now. This one and the other one I got at my job. And the other 2 are Wonder Woman and Armored Batman. I don't know if we had Armored Batman at my job. I have to look again. But we had Wonder Woman and Armored Batman. I didn't see Wonder Woman, so I'm going to probably get her offline. A line from Amazon. And you collect basically these figures, and it's all 8 figures you got to collect to piece this together. That's right, all 8 figures to piece that together. So that's going to be really interesting. But, you know, there he is, the Superman, and then like I said, on the back, you got the different figures to collect as well. We got, of course, figures 5 to 8 still coming. I can only imagine that those are going to be Doomsday. One's going to be, well, obviously we know one might be Doomsday. We know one's going to be Luthor. We know maybe 2 are going to be Aquaman, and well, they already got an Aquaman figure, believe it or not, that's out. I think I saw that at my job. I don't think that was at my job, but it's online. They have an Aquaman figure, so apparently he's going to get one of these, and so is Luthor, Doomsday, and I have to say maybe Cyborg's going to get one as well. So those would be the ones to look out for to complete this, I would think. I'm not really sure. So there's Superman. I like the detail on it. It's really nice. And like I said, there's the other figures to collect. It's really, really cool. And again, it's part of the DC Comics multiverse line. And then speaking of Batman versus Superman, I couldn't get Superman without getting, of course, the other person in the title, Batman. And so I had to get Batman, and as you can see, he also has a part on the back that connects as well. He's the number 2 figure. Superman's number 1, Batman number 2, Wonder Woman's 3, and Armored Batman is 4. And then, like I said, 5 and 8 figures are coming real soon. And there he is right there. And again, if you can see in the back, you got basically this part right here. Basically got this part behind him as well. So, but it's really nice. And again, going back to what I was talking about in my previous video about, you know, how Hasbro is doing the MLP Guardians of Harmony line for adult, now, which will also target adults. This is, I think, what they're looking for. You know, you could put the age up there and say it was for 3+ and all that, but honestly, 3-year-olds are not going to be interested in this. All they're going to do is take it out, go wee, and that's it. This is more. I mean, $20. This is a collector's item. So, but again, I love the detail. Nice matting on both of them. So it's really nice. And again, there you see the other figures that have to be collected as well. So I do have Wonder Woman prepared to be. I do have Wonder Woman in my Amazon shopping cart, prepared for possible order next week. And we'll see what happens. Maybe my job might have her in by then, but I don't know. So, but overall, those are my my collectible figure pickups, or my figures pickups, if you will. Hope you guys liked it. Excuse me. And let me know what you guys think down below. Comment if you like. I am done. I am out.